Not very often do you get a hand feed seagulls, Dylan. That's really cool. He's just a nice young little gull looking for some food. There we go. There we go. Hold it up right up to him, Dylan. There you go. Good. Nice.
Oh, cool.
Good job, pal.
Now that is cool. Well, you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, he's heavy. He's even twice as heavy as the other one.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Oh! A rod holder can really help when playing these big halibut. It's a nice fish. Oh, heavy, heavy, heavy! Whoa! Fish. To play a halibut, you have to lift up and then reel like crazy while you're going down. It takes a lot of practice.
Looks like we got a nice little fish on here.
Oh, not little.
Pulling good, Dylan?
I'm pulling like heck.
A good one, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got another one here, too.
Whoa!
It's not too bad because we're not fishing too deep here, Dylan. We're only in about 170 feet of water here.
Whew.
There we go. Okay. A nice fish, eh?
Yeah.
Boy, we'll bring him around here. You just lift the tip of the rod up, Dylan.
Okay.
There we go, and we'll bring him in. There we go.
Papa says if you rub the halibut's belly, they won't move around as much, and it calms them down.
There you go.
Nice fish.
There, a nice fish, eh, Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good eating halibut right there. Okay, well, let's get our gear back down and get another one. What do you say?
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, he's just sitting there.
That's a good one, huh, Dylan?
Yeah.
I'll just get this other rod up out of the way here, Dylan, okay?
He's taking a lot of line. Oh, we'll take
It's okay, no, if you can just back up a little bit, Dylan, I'm just gonna get this one off, okay?
Oh!
Get away.
Is it off?
We'll be in about 2 seconds. There you go.
Okay, watch your jacket.
Yep, no problem. There you go, Dylan, you're good.
Okay. Oh! Wasting time! It's huge. Whoa!
You pulling on you?
Yeah, he's trying to pull me in. He's not going to be in for a while. Oh, yeah. Oh, taking line.
How we doing, buddy? Should we getting close, eh, Dylan?
Whoa!
That's a nice one,
yeah,
eh?
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
That's a huge fish.
Okay, let's get him in here for you, pal. There you go, and you just keep the rod tip up, okay?
You have to be careful when the halibut comes in the boat. They are very strong. They can break rods and bones.
Okay, that's good, pal. You can just take that rod and throw it right into the back rod holder, okay?
Yeah, there's plenty fish on the other one. I'll go try to eat.
Yeah, just kind of leave that for now, buddy.
Oh, baby.
All right. A nice fish, eh?
How big is he? 50 pounds? Something
Oh, he's
like
like
that?
55, 60. Okay, now let's see if we can get the hook out of him.
There are many lures to use when halibut fishing. There is the jig. They come in many different colors. It is a hot lure to use when halibut fishing. Or there is the skirt. A skirt is a little hoochie that you jig with or you put on the end of your spreader ball. And I'll show you what a spreader ball is like. A spreader ball is a thing where you put your lure right here and you put your weight right here. But when you're fishing, you can't have a big cannonball on here. You need to have a 3-pound weight. You can't have a 20-pound weight. That would be too heavy. And these are circle hooks. Circle hooks are little hooks that are kind of like circles. They're not a complete circle, but they're hot for fishing when you're using them.
See how the circle hook goes right around his jaw? See, it goes right in there, and once you get a hold of them, they're really, really tough to get off, okay?
Is he a big fish?
Yeah, nice fish, eh? Okay. That's a pretty decent halibut, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nice fish.
Look at the belly on that thing.
Yeah.
Let's see what this side looks like.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
See? Good sized fish, huh? You can see it's quite a bit bigger than the other ones. See how high this one is on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger, huh?
Yeah.
See, look, it's almost as big as you. Let's hold him right up against you here. Look at that, almost the same size as you. Nice fish, huh? There you go, that's a good one, eh, Dylan?
Yeah.
How can Dylan still have the energy? Most men are done in after playing 2 of these fish, but not Dylan.
When the boat goes up, I hold on. When the boat goes down, I reel like crazy.
Dylan, we're gonna get you just over to the side here, okay?
Okay.
Let's just bring it right up over the downrigger. Whoa, he's not really cooperating. There you go, buddy. That's beautiful, okay? You want a rod holder in there like you did last time, pal?
I know, I'm fine.
Okay. You let me know if you want that rod holder in there, okay?
Harpoon, get the harpoon ready. A nice sized fish. This is a fighting belt, and I'll explain why it is so important. Well, a rod, the knob on the end, could dig into your stomach and it could really hurt you. But this is a fighting belt, and it has a little pad and a little hole. The rod goes into the hole instead of it digging into your stomach. I sure wish I had one of these when I was fishing for halibut. Actually, I need that rod holder now.
You want the rod holder?
He's trying to pull me right back to that same spot. It's just a sideways hook, so.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll get it in here for you. There you go, buddy. Okay?
Okay, got it.
When you lay the rod on the other side of it here, just like you were before, buddy. Just lift it up and right like that. There you go. That looks like he's a good one.
She showed us. Here it comes, here it is!
All right, pal, let's see what we got going on. Whoa.
Holy!
Okay, you ready?
Yeah,
All right, let's drag him over.
the hook's on really good.
Yeah.
Let's get to the fun part.
Oh, hold on. I might have made him mad.
We made him mad.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, freak. Freak, freak, freak. You really made him.
Yeah, I made him mad, didn't I?
That was a bigger gaff. Those hooks.
Okay, let's just yard him on. There we go.
He's a lot thicker than the other one.
Okay. There he is. Mom will hold him up and see how big he is against you. The other one's bigger, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, but this one's thicker. It's really thick.
Good fish, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not quite your 100 pounds yet, but we'll see what we can do.
How heavy is he?
Probably 50 or so. Good sized fish.
I'd like to thank Mike for a great day of halibut fishing. Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome, Dylan.
I still didn't get my 100-pounder, but I still got a couple of fish. And always remember to wear your life jacket on the water.